The city hums with an expansive energy. High-rise buildings glow like gold bars against the night sky. In a small, dimly lit kitchen, the father is staring at a digital bank statement on his phone. The numbers are stagnant. He looks at a single dollar bill on the counter. It feels so insignificant compared to the thousands he needs for his family's future. Across the room, the child is sitting on the floor, carefully dropping a few cents into a small digital piggy bank. The father shakes his head. He thinks to himself, what can a few cents possibly do in a world that costs millions? The next morning, the father is walking through the financial district. The air is thick with the smell of coffee and ambition. Suddenly, the wolf steps out from a glass-walled office. He's wearing $1,000 suit and holding a tablet showing a volatile stock chart. He points to a massive glowing buy button. He leans in close, gesturing that this is the one, the big hit, the all-in moment. The father looks at his modest savings account. To follow the wolf, he would have to risk everything he has worked for. The pressure to get rich now pulses like the city's traffic. As he hesitates, the fox appears, leaning against the gold-wrapped sports car parked on the curb. He is dripping in jewelry and holding the latest smartphone, filming a video about overnight success. He shows the father a picture of a mansion. The fox makes it look like saving small amounts is for losers. He laughs at the idea of slow growth, flashing a smile that's as fake as the filters on his screen. The father feels a pang of shame. He looks at his simple clothes and wonders if he's failing by being too slow. Overwhelmed by the noise, the father steps into a quiet, old-fashioned library, nestled between two skyscrapers. There, sitting in a leather chair, is the owl. He isn't looking at a screen, he is looking at a massive, ancient oak tree through the window. He pulls out a small bag of seeds and places one on a mountain of data charts. The owl points to a graph. It doesn't show a sudden spike like the wolf's chart. Instead, it shows a curve, slow at first, then rising higher and higher until it breaks through the top of the page. The owl is showing him the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. The father looks back out at the street. He sees the wolf's SUV being towed away and the fox frantically arguing with a debt collector. The fast life was crumbling under its own weight. He turns back to the owl, who simply taps his watch and then points to the seed. The father finally understands. It's not about how much you start with, it's about how soon you start and how long you stay. The stress in his chest begins to melt away. He doesn't need a miracle, he needs a habit. A montage begins. The father returns home. He and the child now drop a small portion of their daily earnings into the investment app. Months turn into years. The city changes. Buildings rise and fall, but their habit remains unshakable. The small amounts begin to snowball. The tiny seed in the heart of the city has grown into a massive fortress of wealth. In the final scene, the father is sitting in a peaceful park with his wife and the now grown child. They are free, not because they found a shortcut, but because they understood the power of the small start. The sun sets behind the skyline. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single cent. Build your fortress, one brick at a time.